Hello everyone. In today's video I show how to summon Dark Paladin without using the skill Master of Fusion. I first time saw the fusion of this card in the animated show, and the first time I saw it I was like, wow, this is amazing. How they showed it a little bit briefly, and then the fusion monster appears. But what I really liked about it is it has two of my favorite monsters fused together, the Dark Magician and Buster Blader. Also, what I really like about is Dark Paladin takes the abilities and the skill from both of the monsters, Dark Magician and Buster Blader. So they do share that. And Dark Paladin in the animated show had an attack power of 4,900. How it gains that? When the opponent plus you have the dragon type monsters on the field or in the graveyard. This is the ability from Buster Blader and then the Dark Magician, right? So that was one version of the Dark Paladin. Awesome thing about Duel Links is they all the time come up with new features. So recently they came up with a different version of the Dark Paladin, and this is the deck over here, Swords of Paladin EX. Here they introduced us to a few interesting cards. In the deck they introduced us and gave us this card. This is a really amazing card. First time I played it I was like, wow, the ability of this card, it is really good. This is an amazing card, worth getting. This card was shown in the animated show, defeating Seto Kaiba's ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is the card that I used in order to go ahead and summon Dark Paladin. I'll show you in the video. This card is amazing and has really an awesome quick play spell. So this one is a really good card. And another version of Dark Paladin. So there is right now two versions of Dark Paladin. So as you see, I do not have Master of Fusion Paladin, which is return one Dark Magician or spell or trap card that contains Dark Magician in its name to your deck from your hand, then add one Buster Blader from outside of your hand and set one Polymerization onto the field. During the turn you use this skill, you can only special summon one monster, and during your opponent's next turn, you cannot special any other monsters. So with this skill, you get one copy of Dark Magician, one copy of the Buster Blader, a copy of Polymerization, and Dark Paladin. The bad thing about Dark Paladin is you can't use any spell cards, neither does the player. So whenever an activating spell cards occurs, Dark Paladin neglects it. And another thing is this deck cannot include two copies of the same card except for Dark Spellcasters type monsters. And the way to get rid of Dark Paladin is with trap cards. So as you see, I did not use any skills for this deck. I went ahead and used two copies of Skilled White Magician. Now, Skilled White Magician is a supportive card for Buster Blader. When you have 3 counters on it, you can special summon Buster Blader from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Same thing with the Skilled Dark Magician. When you have 3 counters on this card, you can go ahead and summon Dark Magician. This all the time is a great card to have. This card I have in the deck because this card and the Dark and the Buster Blader together, you can actually go ahead and summon Dark Paladin as well. Cosmo Brain is a good card to have, but also you can add a different card here beside having 2 copies of Cosmo Brain. You can go ahead and add Apprentice Illusionist Magician or Magician of Chaos. Ritual summon him together with Dark Paladin. This deck is pretty interesting then. 1 copy of Buster Blader, 2 copies of Dark Magician, 2 copies of Luster Dragon, 1 copy of Hunted Dragon, and Cosmo Queen. This card was shown in the animated show when Yu-Gi-Oh! Summoned Dark Paladin, and in 1 turn he took care of all the Blue Eyes White Dragons from Kaiba. This is in order to go ahead and summon the Dark Magician onto the field. This card I went ahead and used to summon Dark Paladin, Polymerization as well in the other duel. This card is to ping Buster Blader from the deck onto the hand, and 2 trap cards, 1 Dimensional Prison and Wall of Disruption. For the extra deck, I went ahead and used these cards. This card is similar to Dark Paladin, of course Dark Paladin. This card is really great to have. This card, of course, it is really an awesome card. Besides these two cards, I will go ahead and suggest an alternative. It is a card that recently was introduced to us. I do not have it, but once I do, I will play it. This one is a really awesome card to have. I like the ability of it. It is good. Now, as alternative for the trap cards, I will go ahead and suggest Chain of Destruction, Karma Cut, Drowning Mirror Force, Countergate, Jar of Greed, Ballista Squad, Trap Jammer, Shadow Spell, Sphere Karibo, right, Jiki Break, discard, Draining Shield, discard, Floodgate Trap Hole, or Treacherous Trap Hole. Also, Ultimate Providence, you might want to try that as well. Okay, let's look at the duel. Next duel is versus Mokuba Kaiba at level 40. Also want to say thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for watching the videos. Please subscribe. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy dueling.